Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. Very rarely does this happen, but we've got two patch note update videos in one day. I know what you're thinking, Zach. I swear I got a notification a few hours ago. If of course you're part of the notification squad, so you can always be tuned into the latest news and intel going on in COD. If you're not, I mean, we could change that, hit that sub button, turn on those post notifications, right? But you might have noticed that a few hours ago we posted a video covering some new gameplay update patch notes, previewing a couple of new changes that Call of Duty revealed. And lo and behold, today's just full of surprises. The Nuggets fired their entire coaching staff. Call of Duty's dropping updates left, right, and center. So we've actually got even more patch notes to break down for multiplayer Warzone updates. We got gameplay things. There's even a new free access update that we've yet to cover as well that I want to make sure we get the info out there on. So right away, diving right into some patch notes here. We've got some global updates outright. So this impacts multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone alike here. And with this, first up, they talk a little bit about the Ricochet anti-cheat. We actually just covered this in today's first video, talking about how they've updated some of these security things, where if you end up linking an account to a PC platform now, you're going to have to go through a whole new verification process and make sure that you have full access to your account to try and prevent players that are getting their accounts stolen from being cheated on, and then that account gets perma-banned, so you can never really get it back and play on it ever again. So they're just trying to sort of prevent that from happening. Like I said, we covered that in our first video earlier today. Our next part, though, is actually a pretty quick global update, but also one that I think a lot of players are going to be pretty excited about. Graphics update. The T800 operator has received a visibility adjustment to ease target identification for the Endo Titanium core skin. So the Terminator skin, it's been going crazy in Warzone, especially with the return of Verdansk, but then even in multiplayer, I have seen so many clips and so many like tweets saying, hey, can you spot the enemy player in this image? And there's just nothing there because the Terminator skin blends in so much. So it was definitely a very controversial and definitely not a really well-received skin if you're on the opposing side of it. Obviously, if you're using it, you're probably bummed that it got nerfed, because no longer does it have that sort of pay to win element with it. It's going to be more visible now than it was before this update. You may recall, we've talked about this a couple of times already. They just revealed that this is something they were going to update and something they were going to fix here in the coming days. We just didn't expect it to happen so quickly, but nonetheless, the graphics on the T800 operator skin have been adjusted. The Terminator skin has been nerfed here. A couple of UI updates as well, or just one singular one here. Corrected the unlock requirement descriptions for the monolithic suppressor attachment and SWAT 556 Grau conversion kit. These are, of course, each battle pass rewards. I've seen a lot of confusion, a lot of question. Zach, how do I unlock the monolithic? You know, my weapon level is max on the kilo. I still don't have the monolithic. Am I doing something wrong here? These are just exclusively unlocked through the battle pass, or I think if you buy the bundles for them. I know there's a bundle with the monolithic on there too, so they of course can get as much money out of that as possible, but those are battle pass exclusive unlocks. If you don't end up getting them in the battle pass this season, then they'll shift over to be armory unlocks next season, but they're not based on levels or anything. You just have to get to that page and that tier in the battle pass for this season. We then have some multiplayer updates here. So on Nomad, they addressed an issue where the minimap was zoomed in too far. Just a small little bug there, but nonetheless, it's been updated. UI addressed an issue where progress on tracked mastery camos would not display properly. So if you've been working on that stuff, trying to track that as you're going by, you might realize, hey, wait a second, something's not going right here. You know, this isn't adding up. So they've adjusted that as well. And you already know, if we're talking patch notes, we got to talk various stability issues which have been addressed. Do we know what various stability issues they're talking about? Absolutely not. They do not detail that, but something out there that was unstable is now variously more stable. So take that for what it is. You know, we also have some zombies gameplay updates here as well. On Shattered Veil, they addressed an issue where a white screen could persist during gameplay after watching the final encounter cutscene, addressed an issue that could prevent the ritual from the liminal library from starting, an issue where players could get stuck on a wall during the final encounter, an issue where the brain rotted toxic zombie could take damage from other toxic zombie explosions and gas, and then also an issue that addressed the ray gun Mark II to be duplicated. Then on Citadel Day More, addressed an issue where the lightning rod zombie could not be killed. With weapon updates in zombies, the Dragon's Breath fire mod addressed an issue where the weapon melee attacks with this attachment would actually inflict fire damage. That was kind of cheesy. I wish I would have known that would have existed. That could have been cool to mess around with. Gobblegums on Nowhere But There addressed an issue where players could teleport into armories. And then lastly, in zombies as well, we've got various stability issues that have been addressed. So Stability issues getting addressed left, right, and center with absolutely zero gameplay descriptions. Now let's jump over to the Warzone patch notes. So now here for the second day in a row, we've got more changes to cover. So here in the global updates, yet again, they mentioned the T800 operator visibility changes. So that does apply to multiplayer, zombies, and Warzone alike. So you won't be losing to that because you can't see it anymore, hopefully. Also, I just want to note, post-edit Zach here, by the way. 100 TV went through, did a little before and after for this Terminator skin. I don't think this is the last update we're gonna see for the Terminator skin getting nerfed because visibly, yeah, there's changes, but they're not that noticeable. Like, this thing's still gonna blend in to a certain extent depending on the area that you're running around in. So have a feeling this is probably gonna be one of several updates to fully balance this skin. They also made some ground loot updates and supply box updates. The following weapons have been removed from ground loot and supply boxes. The DM10, that's kind of surprising because the DM10 actually kind of fries. The Sarkov, thank goodness. You guys know, if you are OG viewers here on the channel dating back to Warzone 1, the SVD, I hated that gun so bad. I don't like it this year either, and I'm seeing this has also been removed, which is good. But the Sarkov, that thing was atrocious in the ground loot. You could fire like 5 bullets an hour out of that thing. The fire rate was so bad, and its damage wasn't very good either. And I found so many of them, so I'm really glad that that one got removed there. So you won't be able to find those in any chests or ground loot anymore. It's just gonna be replaced by hopefully some more ideal standard stuff, some of the SMGs and rifles and LMGs and whatnot. Then a couple of bug fixes here. They fixed an issue that caused primary weapons to drop to the ground when looting a loadout crate. Then also fixed an issue that caused buy stations to display incorrect label types on items after playing consecutive matches on a different playlist. So a couple of strange bug fixes there that nonetheless have been updated. So definitely some positive changes here on some of these mini update patch notes. As mentioned, we're also in the midst of a free access update going on too. So Call of Duty actually posted this yesterday. We're now a day into this basically, where they say get free access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies action, including season 3 maps like Firing Range, Shattered Veil, and modes like Sharpshooter. This will be lasting through April 11th. So for the next few days, if you are a free-to-play player just exclusively playing Warzone, you're trying to test out some multiplayer gameplay, some zombies gameplay, maybe utilize that to level up your weapons, get some camos done, do some challenges there to get some bonus XP, whatever the case is, right? You're gonna be able to do so completely for free now. Kind of cool that we already got a free trial going on when we just had like a 24-hour free trial back on the 2nd for the launch of Black Ops 6 Premium Season 3. But now within this free trial, there's 25 plus multiplayer maps exclusively available through the free trial, like Firing Range, Barrage, Nomad, Nuketown, all available as a part of like the Season 3 Mosh Pit stuff, and then obviously Nuketown as its own thing. 10 plus modes including TDM, Dom, Hardpoint, Kill Confirmed, Sharpshooter, Control, Kill Order, Headquarters, good assortment there. And then 5 zombies maps including Liberty Falls, Terminus, The Tomb, Citadel, Daymore, and Shattered Veil. So like, you actually get access to a ton of content through this free access event. Usually it's very limited. This time though, definitely more expansive on the content available through this. So definitely take advantage of that while that's going on for the next few days. But yeah, pretty crazy that we had not 1 but 2 patch note updates today. Surely there's not going to be a third, right? If there is, maybe that's reserved for tomorrow. We'll have to wait and see. But if you want to guarantee that on a daily basis, you're always in the know for everything going on in COD, no better place than right here. So feel free to hit that subscribe button and turn on those post notifications. And if you enjoyed this video, a like rating on your way out would be really appreciated. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you later. Peace out.